Let's be clear with what my intentions are here.
Yeah, and I love
Yeah.
brave.
Brave.
Hmm.
Mm.
Who wrote that? That's
Brene Brown.
yeah. Just that one
Mm.
about braving the wilderness of oneself, how to be vulnerable, how to at least experiment with being vulnerable, with
Mm.
checking in with one's awareness, with going out on a limb, even if we might screw it up somehow or we realize some greater depth to ourselves about
Mm.
what is it that I really need in life? What's it that I feel? How can I be more authentic?
Mm.
I
Yeah.
realize there's always more opportunity for me to be more and more authentic. I didn't realize the layers of self deception that I've had
Yeah.
about what it meant to be a mother, about what it meant to be a good student, about what it meant to be a good wife. What I assumed, like you brought it up when I was married, I'm like, my husband should just know how I feel. Why doesn't he just do what I need him to do? The truth is, I don't know what I need and what I want, and I don't know
Mm.
how to express it. I have no idea.
Right. Yeah. We live in a culture that teaches us not to be in touch with ourselves, with our feelings and needs. Yeah. And then we base it off of cultural narratives, movies and Disney of what we want. Yeah. We rely on others to tell us what we need.
Yeah, some of it are trends, what's popular, what's on in the movies.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's a battle for your soul.
Mm,
Yeah.
truth.
Hmm. You selling your soul or you reclaiming it? Hmm.
Ooh, this is taking a spiritual, heavy undertone. But,
Ah.
but it's true. It's true. How are we aligned with the source, the energy, the impulse of life that we came here through in the first place? Oof, how can we just
Right.
keep returning to know ourselves, our body conduits, and daring to share with people?
Isn't that amazing? I just got the shivers because the more I know myself, the better chance other people will know me, will get me. Because now I'm not hanging around environments that are not for me. I'm not hanging around with frat parties, people drinking, doing drugs, doing lines. It's not for me. I'm not trying to wear a mask or get them to resonate with me. I'm going to be me, share that. And then the people that resonate with that frequency, that energy can know me. It's like me putting on a dating profile, pretending to be someone I'm not to get approval from her. And now she says yes to this man that I'm a caricature of myself. And how sad is that? How much energy is it needed for me to be someone else as I lose my soul in that process? It's soul crushing. Rather for me to find myself, remember myself, and put that out there and be clear on who I want to associate with. Tuning that radio dial, sending out that frequency. And now I'm around people, my chosen family, my soul family, that get me. And how nourishing is that? How generative is that? The quality of our life is based on the quality of our relationships, right?
And I think you brought it to something that's very interesting, and that about being misunderstood or understood, and that is resonance. It's a frequency, and you are drawn to those in the same frequency.
Hmm.
And as you change your frequency, different people will bring and be brought into your life where you can
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
experiment to be more authentic in all ways, in all expressions. Some people are afraid to dance, they're afraid to move their body, they're afraid to talk. There's so many different fears we have about the impulse that we have to express.
Mm.
Because, yeah, you're right, it has been shut down.
Hmm. Yeah. I remember my mom, dad making these sly comments if I were to have too much fun. They want
Mm,
me to be a good boy, like not run around, be here, be disciplined. They would say you play too much. Like there's some shame with it. That it's something wrong about having fun, running around as a kid.
yeah. And there was good
Yeah.
intentions with that too, wasn't there?
Yeah. Yeah. There's so much to it being misunderstood, you know? There's so much there. I judge it's like, man, the more I talk about it, the more I judge it's the core piece of why relationships don't last. We drift further and further apart because we're not getting each other, or people grow apart, right? It's it's not like what we used to, like high school sweethearts or before we had kids or this or that. It's like the paradigm, right? This assumption of I think I know who you are starts
Mhm.
to grow apart the longer period of time when there isn't clear communication. And the stories then we make up about each other starts to create calluses and encases me in this like thick gunk that one day I explode and I pour out all this gunk so heavy and dense that it's like really I'm dropping a bomb. Or I have so much resentment of this gunk in me that I'm starting to treat my partner with disdain, contempt, and hostility, and then divorce.
It happens. I remember a teacher of mine who was married up until her 80s or 90s until her husband passed. She says, "Yeah, I've been married 7 times to the same man."
Mm.
On the surface, it's the same man. But to love is, to quote Gary Merck, LOVE, letting others voluntarily evolve. This openness, this flexibility, this freedom of movement. Hello,
Mm.
Brianna.
Hey, great to see you, Brianna. Appreciate you listening in and being with us.
Hmm.
Yeah, our pleasure to be here with you. Yeah, or I think there's another quote where like, yeah, I've been married 4 times and I liken it to 4 different developmental stages of myself.
Yeah.
Right? It's a good lens to look at it. We change. Yeah.
Do. We're meant to. We're evolving all the time. And sometimes our judgments and what do we don't give people enough space.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's also okay to like let a relationship go as well if it's no longer a fit. Right? It's not to
Well,
say, well, you got to make it work. You got till death to us part, right? Like, okay, let's think about that. Like, if both people are willing to work, make it work. Okay, but is it really working?
well, I want to pause that because there's a
Okay.
difference between letting stuff go and the actual relationship go and letting our perceptions of reality go. Like if we can let go in the relationship itself of what we perceive is wrong, It gives it
Mm,
space to grow into something different. And so we could literally
mm,
let go of a whole relationship, or and get divorced or whatever, or we can just let go of what we think we want. I know I had one of my ladies recently, they were fighting and thinking she should move out and all of this stuff. And then there was a shift internally. The movement didn't happen in the relationship, it happened internally,
mm.
and everything shifted. When we shift the way we see things, things shift. That's why, is it Nelson Mandela? Be the change
Uh,
we want to see.
Wayne Dyer, change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change.
Change. Oh, and then there's another one. Be the change you want to see.
That's Gandhi.
Gandhi. Gandhi. Yes. Yeah. But that's, a lot of people are like, swipe left, swipe left, swipe left. And there is something to be said to
Mm,
having different people in different relationships. But there's also the thing to be said about having a different relationship with myself first,
mm.
and looking at then how that changes with the people around me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's so many layers and
I
variables and
know.
context, right? In terms of whether to stay or not, right? And there's no one size fit all with that. Like,
No.
don't literally take my advice in that. It's you'll know for yourself, and the other person, and that requires some conscious awareness around, right? Some idea of conscious coupling, conscious decoupling, uncoupling, so that I know that I'm not making a decision out of my saboteur, right? Out of a wounded part of myself. It's just conscious and it's mutual.
Mm.
Yeah.
Brandon, that's a good point. Those two different types of letting go might be possible synonymously. Yes,
Mm, mm,
they are. Yeah. I mean, I was married once. Andre knows David.
mhm,
Um, yeah, I still love my ex-husband, but there's no way I can be married to him. And we both agree to that. So we let go of what we thought marriage was. We thought we let go of all sorts of things. And we're landing in a relationship that actually works
mm.
because we're able to see each other. And
I
yeah,
celebrate that.